'cause he's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in her time of need. Because he's racing and facing and plotting the course. He's fighting and biting and riding on his horse. He's racing and facing and plotting the course. He's fighting and biting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance.
What's up, everybody? My name is Andrew and this is Kite Army. In today's video, I'm gonna convert that regular mountain bike into something that's awesome. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna put a electric motor on that mountain bike powered by a Ego battery, the same battery that powers my yard tools, my mowers, my chainsaws, my trimmers. It's an amazing project. The cool thing is the parts you need only cost you about $200. It'll take about half hour of your time. It's a really easy project, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. So we're gonna juice this mountain bike up. It's gonna be a really cool project. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, if you're like me, before buying any product, you have to do your research from top to bottom and figure out what product's gonna be best for you. The problem with e-bike conversion kits is there's tons of options out there. There's lots of information. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. And there's just overall lots of confusion. So it took me a few weeks to finally select this model right here. This is a 26-inch rear tire conversion kit. It's a 1,000 watt motor, so it's a big, powerful motor. This kit from Voilamart, I love saying that, Voilamart, costs about $200. It does not include a battery, so I'm gonna use a battery from my powered lawn tools, the Ego battery. That's kind of part of the fun here for me, and we're gonna put this thing together. Anyway, the first part of this video is let me show you what tools you're gonna need to put this together. Then after that, I'm gonna show you what parts you're gonna need from this kit to build that bare bones e-bike. Let's jump into it. The cool thing about this project is you only need 3 tools to complete it. The first are sharp clippers. Next, you need a large adjustable wrench. And maybe the hardest tool to track down is this 2.5 millimeter Allen key. So no matter what e-bike conversion kit you're gonna need something like this. This is the motor in the center of the hub here. This is the Voilamart. As I said, this is a 26-inch wheel right here. This is definitely the most standard for mountain bikes. Now you can see I've got my rear gears on the back there. That's because this is a rear hub. If you bought a front tire, powered front tire, it wouldn't have that on there. And on the other side, there's a wire that comes out of the hub there. This is a 1,000 watt motor. Next, you're gonna need a handful of zip ties. This is to secure the wires to the bike. The more, the merrier there. So the next thing you're gonna be looking for is your speed controller right here. Now, do not panic because there's a ton of wires hanging out the top there. Trust me, you do not have to be an electrical engineer to put this together. Most of these wires aren't even gonna be used. They're just gonna go to the side here. And the wires that are used, it's like red to red, black to black, real simple, and I'll walk you through all of that. Lastly, you're gonna be looking for a throttle. Here you can see this sits on the handlebars and rotates. The more you rotate it, the more power you get. This is probably the upgraded throttle. There are a few different varieties. If you got something different, it'll work, trust me. So I think we've had enough talking. Let's get to work. Come on. So the first step in upgrading your bike to an e-bike is removing your rear tire. Now you can do that here. If you have a quick release, it's really simple. If not, you might require a wrench to undo a nut right there. Also, you might have to release your brakes to lift that tire out. Once you've loosened your hub and you've released your brakes, you should be able to lift the tire right on out of the frame. So before replacing your rear wheel with the new e-bike wheel, you're gonna wanna make sure your sprocket is on there really tight. The next thing is you're gonna wanna make sure there's a washer between the frame and the sprocket, just like that. That way, this sprocket will not hit the frame. That will force it away from the frame. Also, you're gonna wanna make sure the wire on the other side faces towards the seat post. Once you're done with that, you can just carefully try to drop the wheel in. Push that forward. And if it all goes well, it should just drop right into the frame right there. So before tightening down your axle, I'd suggest giving your rear wheel a few spins to make sure it runs smoothly. Don't worry about that clicking noise, that's normal. Let's tighten it down. So I have my first washer on the inside of my frame there. Then I take this washer right here with this little holder pin and put it towards my frame. Make sure it's on my frame side and not on the insert side. Next, take the nut that was provided and put it on the axle. Finger tighten it for now. That will be fine. Then do the other side. There's my washer. Here's my lock nut. Then comes the nut. Feed it over the wire onto the axle. You might have to hold that wire straight to get it threaded. Make sure it's got a nice thread on it before you push it so you don't damage the thread. And then finger tighten it. Now that you know your tire is seated properly, make sure you tighten up those bolts really good. Don't mess around here, guys. Now take your wire boot, if it slid down, and put it over the exit of the wire from the hub there, and just slip it on like that. So now is the most important part, that is to make sure your brakes still work as they should. So reconnect them up and make sure that that tire will stop when you hit that brake. The next step is to use some zip ties to secure that wire to your frame. I'm doing it to a bike rack I have in the back here. If you didn't have this, you'd go along the frame up here to wherever you're gonna locate your speed controller. So the next thing you wanna do is remove your right handlebar grip. Once you've got that off, get your throttle and position it in the spot all the way on the handlebar and where you can see the display. Now get your 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench, and on the back here there's a little key, and tighten it up so it will lock that throttle into place. Now use some zip ties to secure the cable from the throttle all the way to the back of the bike to the speed controller. Next, find a suitable place to mount your speed controller. I've got this really nice frame in the back here. That's perfect for this. Now that I've got my speed controller mounted, I want to start separating the wires from ones we need and ones we don't. Now the wires we're looking for are, here's the battery wires, a black and red. Here's the wires for the motor. Here's the connector for the motor, so that's motor. Here's battery. Here's the connector for the throttle. All right, let's first start connecting up the motor to the controller. I'm gonna put a loop in it right there. This is really easy. You've got your colors. You got your colors from your motor wires. You've got your colors from your controller, and you wanna match them up. Let's start with yellow, that's the easiest. Slip it in and push it together. Those are barrel connectors. Next you have your green. Connect that. Push it in, make sure it seats in there really well. And lastly is blue. So now that we've got our 3 colored wires connected, we have to connect this controller right here. You can see they're keyed, so you can't mess this up. Just push them together. Now you've got your motor connected to the controller. The next step is the throttle cable. I put a little twist into it so you can lock it down. And again, it's keyed. You just connect it like that. Give it a little tug, make sure it's on there tight, and you're good to go. Now the only wires that remain are the battery wires. Here's your black and here's your red. All right, guys, we have to pause here for a moment. We're at the point where we've got everything installed. The only thing we need to put on the bike to make it operable is a battery. Now, if you've got a battery that's built for this purpose, go ahead. If you don't have a battery made for an e-bike, well, you're on your own, at your own risk. Be careful. Okay, guys, it is time for the moment of truth. First, you power it on, then you carefully lift up the back, and if that happens, you're in business.
Reluctantly
We got ourselves an e-bike, guys. Let's go for a ride.
Pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. The prowess is potent and secretly stern. As they speed to the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty except for one man, still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's driving and striving and hugging the turns, and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in her time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance.